Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Marita, boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen, bro. We got an action-packed show this evening. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just jump right into it. Cause one thing when I be watching people live, let me tell you one thing that I don't like when I be watching people live. They take so long to get into the content. I really just be trying to hear the content, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tailor, tweak my lives is that we get right on into the content. And if you miss the content, then you just gotta catch it on replay game. Shout out to my girl Tanel Barnes. Appreciate your love. Um, what I am gonna do is though, I'm gonna do a couple of little quick little topics, and then I'm gonna get into the topics that I feel like gonna take us longer to talk about. But today we got 1090 Jake exposes Big Meech, dog. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been waiting on 1090 Jake to drop a video because this Big Meech paperwork, whether he a snitch, whether he ain't a snitch, whether he had somebody, Tammy Cohen, third party cooperator, whatever. It was just getting confusing to me. I see some people say this. I see some people read the same damn paperwork and say that. And to be honest with you, I ain't read the damn paperwork, so I don't know. But we're gonna get into what 1090 Jake said today about Big Meech. We got Suge Knight, dog. Suge Knight is dropping that. What the women like to say, T. Suge Knight dropping T from prison, dog. Suge Knight, he on fire today, dog. I swear, bro. Suge Knight is on fire today. He is on fire. He talk about Snoop Dogg, how Snoop Dogg might have something to do with Tupac's murder. If you nah, that's up to what you think. You know, I'm just gonna go over what Suge Knight said. You know, whether Suge Knight is clout chasing, whether Suge Knight is trying to keep that interview money going. I don't know. He in prison. You know, he could be running play. I don't know. But we're gonna talk about it. Also, we got Suge Knight talk about Dr. Dre. Now, let me tell you, the tea that he talk about by Dr. Dre, whew, that's spicy. And the way he describing it and talking about it, hey, I think y'all want to hear about. I think y'all want to hear this one. But he's saying Dr. Dre is gay, and we already heard that from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? We heard that from way back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Tupac said it himself. You know what I'm saying? On Toss It Up. That was on All Eyes on Me. But we still gonna talk about it because what Suge said. Hey man, that shit crazy. And we don't got nothing against gay people here on this channel, man. You welcome if you gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the content and the topic. I don't have no problem with gay people at all. You're welcome here on this platform. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, feel like Marita boy gonna castigate you or gonna be biased against you because you know that's your preference. Nah, bro, I'm too grown over here, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's grown people shit over here. I ain't studying that shit. But I might talk a little shit. But that don't mean that I dislike you or nothing like that. That don't mean that you welcome it. One thing I will do, I promise you, I will stop short of offending you. That's one thing I will do. Shout out to Chicks 1000, aka the Chick 1K. Also, we're gonna talk about Serena Williams. I've been wanting to talk about this, but I forgot about it. But we're gonna talk about it. Because I seen Boosie talking about this on Vlad, and it brought it back to my attention. Y'all know your boy was banned for 7 days, so it was one of those topics that slipped through the cracks that I forgot about talking about while I was on my hiatus from YouTube. But I want to talk about Serena Crip walking at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that too. Also, we got no love. Finesse 2 Time baby brother. He on Real Tune saying that Moneybagg Yo tried to have Finesse 2 Times deleted. Tried to have Finesse 2 Times unalive. And y'all remember Finesse 2 Times and Moneybagg Yo had a beef about before Finesse 2 Times went to prison, and it was kind of over Finesse 2 Times saying that he wrote Moneybagg Yo rhymes and shit like that there, whatever. You know, it was how it normally be something small and then it balloon into something big. But we're gonna talk about that as well. But first, this is what we're gonna talk about, dog. First, we're gonna talk about the Huntsville Police Department. The whole goddamn police department was either selling drugs on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they done damn that. They got the whole police department under investigation, dog. They was going in the evidence locker, getting all the drugs they wanted, dog. They was showing out. They was showing out. They got the police chief. He under indictment. They got 2 or 3, 4 of the officers. One of the dispatchers died on duty. You know what I'm saying? All from drugs, bro. And I ain't laughing, but it's just amazing, bro. We gonna get into the details of how this situation happened. But before we get into it, man, I want y'all to hit that like button on the way in. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram, MaritaBoy1, MERITABOY with the number 1 on the end. And also, please donate to the channel. It's pinned at the top of the platform. Also, man, fair use is in at everything here I say is alleged for entertainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? This is all, everything I say here is alleged. It's not, you know what I'm saying, just for entertainment purposes only. Fair use is in act. I will put it in the description box at the end of this video. Now, let me read this article here. When I ran across this article here, because it's a couple of days ago, when I ran across this, look at him, y'all. Look at him. Look at Billy Bob now. Look at him. Boy, listen, that dope motherfucker. Hey, that dope motherfucker, ain't him? Hey, bro, listen. These people, hell, bro, they had them cut a hole, listen, in the police precinct. They had done cut a hole in the wall. They, you know how they got bricks in the wall? You know, you got a brick, you know, you got bricks stacked up on, you know, how the wall be. They had done took out one of the bricks. They had done took out one of the bricks out of the wall of the evidence locker. So they could put a stick in there and jimmy the door. So when they wanted to get some dope and wanted to get a fix, they could go in there and get the dope and man, the whole police precinct was what they say on the West Coast, J-Cats. We call them J-Buddies in the South. But if you don't know either one of them terminologies, we talking about crackheads. Crackheads, the whole motherfucking police department. But listen, look, there they go. There they go. Listen. Yes, Lord. The same people that we pay to keep the drugs off the street, to protect us, that go to show you, dog. That go to show you. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been told y'all this. Listen, bro. I done been around a lot of police officers. I told you my dad was a Vietnam veteran. A lot of his police buddies were Vietnam veterans. He knew quite a few of them when he was in the military. And, you know, they stayed in contact, stayed friends, right? But let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. Trust me when I tell you this. I done sat around and listened to a lot of those police officers talk. The police officers are more dangerous than the criminals. Trust me when I'm telling you this shit here. Trust me. I used to sit and listen to them, and I used to be fucking like just in awe of the shit they'll say. I will just be sitting there, and the police will be, shout out to 985J. Listen, I just be sitting there. My dad will be sitting one of his Vietnam buddies, right? And it'll be a drug dealer that'll ride down the street in his nice, clean car. But the police officer know him from, you know, patrolling the area, having interactions with him, and have an idea of what this guy's doing, probably selling drugs or getting into violence, or maybe had arrested him before or some shit like that. And it's just bro, let me tell you what I used to hear the police say. I heard a couple police say this. When the drug dealer ride past, I hear the police say, "Oh, I can't wait to catch that motherfucker by himself. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker." This is on my soul. I heard police say this shit. Bro, I used to just get quiet and my eyes get big, and I used to be like in awe, like, fucking police just said he can't wait to kill this fucking man. And then that's when I knew these motherfuckers is dangerous. Like, these motherfuckers ain't just, you know, protecting and serving. These motherfuckers waiting for an opportunity to where they can kill some of these motherfucking drug dealers and shit like that there. And the reason why they don't like them is because, you know, the drug dealer might got some violence, you know, shit going on. Maybe he done shot somebody. Maybe he was arrested for some type of violent shit. Maybe he just been elusive to the police, and the police can't actually get him or convict him on a crime. So now they get it's like Moby Dick and Captain Ahab, hey, that's his name, Captain Ahab. They want him bad. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a game to the police, but it's a game of life. They want to put your ass in a body bag if you offend one of them the wrong way. I'm telling you this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. How I knew the motherfucker was worse than the criminals on the street. I'm gonna say about a good 75% of the police officers that used to sit with my daddy and talk and shit, talk about the military and old times and shit. 75% of them motherfuckers got kicked off the force or by doing something illegal. One of them was doing tax scams. One of them killed his son. It was on the TV. One of them, it was a lady police too. I forgot what her name is. She actually ended up going to prison because she had a drug problem, Percocet problem, and she was gay. So she used to beat up on her girlfriend all the time. Bro, all this shit was on the news in Orlando. Like all that, like I used to watch these police officers that I knew personally. They know my daddy, and throughout the years they'll be on the news getting fired for doing shit worse or is the same as the criminals used to do. So that's when I understood what the fuck type of people these people be. Not all of them went bad, but I'm gonna tell you this: 75% of them was doing illegal shit. I had a police officer that's a friend of my daddy. That's a friend of my daddy. This man was a lieutenant. He was a lieutenant. I ain't gonna say his name because he's a very good guy. I like him like a motherfucker. He was a good guy. White guy. He was actually in Vietnam with my daddy. You feel what I'm saying? He ended up being a lieutenant, right? He ended up retiring. He retired. As soon as he retired, he came to my dad's house, and guess what? He knocked on the door one early morning. He'd always come over to my dad's house and sit and chill with us and shit like that. He came to my dad's house and he say, your dad up? I say, no. He say, you'll do me a favor? I say, what's up? He said, you'll get me some weed? Bruh, this man was a fucking 30-year police officer. Probably had them put all type of motherfuckers in jail, right? I knew him. He cool now. Don't get it twisted. He cool. And I thought about it, but it caught me so off. See, when he said, I say, and I was on probation at the time too. I was on probation at the time too. And I could have got him some weed. I ain't had no weed, but I could have, just went across the street to the trap over there to some of the boys over there and got him some weed. It was early in the morning anyway. I could have went and got him some weed. But I said, and he saw that I was debating about it. He said, you know what? Don't worry about it. He said, I asked your brother, which is my brother that died last year, my older brother. He said, I asked your brother. He said, don't worry about it. I apologize. He said, I asked your brother. And he asked my brother, and my brother went and got it for him or whatever. But I was just fucking thrilled that you could put people in jail for 30 years and then turn around and have the audacity to come ask me to get you some fucking marijuana. That shit fucking threw me. But I'm just trying to tell y'all my experiences with police officers. I'm not saying all police officers like this. I'm sure some good police officers 100%. But I'm just telling you, they regular people too, dog. And they do a lot of the same bullshit. And sometimes they way worse than the criminals. But let's get into it. Let's read what these Hansfield motherfuckers done did, bro. Because this shit is amazing. In Coleman County, in the Coleman County town of Hansfield, the sheriff and district attorney on Wednesday announced that the police chief, 5 officers, and the officer's wife were arrested. The announcement came after the coroner said August 23rd, 2024, that the dispatcher in his office was a result of a drug overdose. In a 18-member grand jury said the department operated under a rampant culture of corruption and should be abolished. Hansfield, a town of 3,200 people. That's what it is too. That's one of them old country back-ass towns right there where everybody related. Everybody know who Jim Bob is. Oh my God, 3,200 people. That means everybody in that bitch probably related. They probably inbreeding in that motherfucker. But anyway, 3,000 people, best known as the home of the main campus of Wallace State Community College, never heard of it, suddenly found itself in the center of unwanted national news attention. Police across Alabama questioned what had happened to the department and what will come next. Here are what we know today. What are the officers accused of? The allegations include on-duty drug injections, misuse of criminal databases and distribution of controlled substance. Them bitches was selling dope and getting high on the job to each other and to others, according to the indictments. Hansfield Police Chief 51-year-old Jason Marlin is charged with 2 counts of failure to report ethics crimes and tampering with physical evidence. Bro, I don't. That's my charge. Tampering with evidence. No, my discretion evidence. My bad. I got discretion evidence. Yeah, I got discretion evidence. Tampering with evidence is when you. I think that's when they go into. That's when they talking about when they was going into the evidence locker and getting the drugs and shit out of there. They were selling the shit and they were doing the shit. But okay, I used to destroy the shit. Mine was destruction evidence. You look on my criminal record, I got like 3 or 4 destruction evidence, nigga. For real. I think I told y'all that before if y'all been listening. He retired from the Birmingham Police Department when he worked at where he worked at the South Precinct. The indictments against Marlin alleged that as the head of the police force, he had a duty to report ethics violations as his officers to Alabama Alabama's Ethics Commission and failed to do so. Marlin, according to court documents, also removed or mishandled evidence from the property room. I told y'all, all 6, including officers Cody Allen Kelso, 33, Drew Chenault, 39, Jason Wilbanks, 37, Eric Michael Kelso, 44, and his wife, 60. Hold on, that nigga got a 63-year-old wife. God damn. Not saying ain't nothing wrong with 63-year-old women. Hey, my girlfriend may be 45, but she's still alive. Hey, I get it. But damn. 44, his wife, 63-year-old Donna Kelso, surrendered to the Coleman County Jail Wednesday and were released. But if you look at this old lady, she looked like a J buddy. She looked like a J cat. But if you don't know them terms, we talking about crackheads. That's what she looked like. We're going to show a picture in a minute. Eric Kelso is accused of selling, furnishing, giving away, or delivering Adderall to someone who is not charged in the indictments. That's the snitch, y'all. The person that ain't charged, that's the snitch. And also providing hydrocodone and performance-enhancing anabolic steroids to Officer Wilbanks. So this motherfucker was not only using hydrocodone, but this motherfucker was using steroids too. God damn, boy, they was on everything. You know. He also, according to indictments, provided anabolic steroids to Cody Kelso. Eric Kelso's wife, Donna Kelso, is also accused of providing steroids repeatedly to Wilbanks and Kelso. Okay, so she was slinging them steroids. Wilbanks charging documents state traveled while on duty to receive the unlawfully distributed steroids from Donna Kelso. The indictment also alleges Wilbanks of accessing this records management system to obtain information on an unarmed woman and an unarmed man and providing the information to other officers. Unnamed. My bad. Unnamed woman and unnamed man and providing information to officers. Okay, now this go back to when I told. Remember, y'all. Listen, I'm glad we be talking about this. Y'all remember? If y'all remember Triple Threat Friday when I had that big debate with Mickey Truth when she was trying to say that officers do not talk about or do not be sharing information about cases that to people who ain't involved in the cases. I told her, you a motherfucking lie. I done seen them do it. Now, are they supposed to do it? No, but they fucking do it all the time, nigga. Police do it all the time. They talk to regular civilians. They gossip just like regular people. They regular people. They tell people about cases and shit that they ain't supposed to motherfucking say. I'm telling you, I done watch them tell my dad and shit. I'm telling you this shit. But that's why I be trying to tell y'all, when you be listening to motherfuckers, a lot of these motherfuckers ain't never had these experiences. So they just be talking out their ass. Know what I'm saying? If I don't know something, I promise you, I'm gonna say I don't know, or I'm gonna just like not speak on it. But if you see me debating something, you best believe I got some motherfucking proof. Know what I'm saying? And I told her, police do this shit. Here it is right here. I'm gonna read it again. The indictment also alleges that Wilbanks of accessing and the records management system to obtain information on an unnamed woman and unnamed man and provided information to other officers. See what I'm saying? Okay then. He also illegally used the law enforcement tactical system LETS to obtain a vehicle's tag information for Eric Kelso, according to the indictment. Damn, I wonder what that was. Maybe that was his girlfriend tag. He was trying to track her down, see if she was cheating on him. I don't know. Will Banks is also accused of removing or mishandling evidence from the property room. That's when they were taking that drugs and shit out of there. Bro, they took a brick out of the wall. They got video of the police they got a hole in the wall in the evidence room, bro. I'm talking about a hole, like a rectangle hole. And they would put their hand in there. They had a stick, and they would open the evidence thing from the inside, dog. The ones who didn't have keys to the evidence locker, bro. Hands for police indictments completely irrelevant to excessive force. Okay, Cody Kelso records state unlawfully accessed the same records management system to view the murder investigation against Randall Dwayne Hogan, who was arrested in 2024 and in 2020 disappearance death of 57-year-old Jeffrey Glenn Wilhite, who disappeared in April 22 from Coleman County. Cody Kelso and Will Banks both traveled to an undisclosed hospital while on duty to get the anabolic steroids injection from Donna Kelso. Damn. So where she was getting the steroids from? It say Cody Kelso and Will Banks both traveled to undisclosed hospital while they were on duty to get the anabolic steroid injections. Okay, so was she injecting them there? She probably was injecting them there, huh? I don't know. Or was they getting the steroids, or was she giving them the steroids and they was taking them back and injecting them as they so choose? I don't know. He and Chanel were also accused of removing or mishandling evidence from the property room. He might have been one of the motherfuckers I seen on that video sticking his arm through that goddamn hole. What happened to the dispatcher who died? Christopher Michael Willingham, 49, was found dead August 23 in his office. The discovery was made shortly after 11 a.m. that Friday. Willingham's body was sent for autopsy at the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences in Huntsville. Coleman County Coroner Jerry Kilpatrick on Wednesday said Willingham died from combined toxic effects of that fatty. I can't say the word here on YouTube. You know, they already got your boy down there banned. But he on that fatty. He was on that fatty. Gabba, I don't know what that is, dog. Dies of whatever. And fat. I ain't gonna say them names, bro. He was on a lot of shit, dog. He was on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like my mama used to say, boy, he was higher than Cooter Brown, boy. God damn. Shout out to my guy, Anonymous One. Shout out to Fly Guy. Listen. God damn. Bro, listen. That motherfucker was on more shit than P. Diddy. Look, he was on that Fetty. Shout out to Rich. Shout out to Rich Supreme. Appreciate you, gang. Look, he was on a bunch of shit up in here, bro. Look, bro, god damn. The manner of death was ruled an accident. I know so much. Well, I ain't gonna say it. I know so motherfucking well all that goddamn shit he was on. None of the indicted officers are charged in connection with Willingham's death. However, the grand jury found Willingham's death was the direct result of HPD, of negligence, lack of procedure, and disregard for human life. Damn. Let me say this. I am not here to defend Chris Willingham, and I am not here to tear down DA Champ Crocker. He has a family, friends. He's been around for a long time. Crocker said the unfettered access that a lot of people had to the evidence room. I'm telling you, they was going in and out that bitch, dog. I'm telling you, they got the shit on camera. They was running in and out that bitch, boy. I'm talking about, it was like, like a candy store. I'm talking about, nigga, they weren't even going, listen, they go, like, anybody who wants something, they just go in that bitch and get it, dog. I'm talking about, they were hanging out of that motherfucker. Ooh, shit. I'm telling you, I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro. They got this shit on camera, dog. When Mr. Willingham was discovered, there was evidence in his office. Crocker said Mr. Willingham was given access to evidence room like a lot of people were, and he had access to it on the last day at work. So what they saying is it was evidence that he had went in the locker room, which means the evidence room, which means they found probably some type of narcotics or drugs or something in his office when they found him unalive. Willingham was survived by his wife, children, and grandchildren. What's going on? And I'm gonna say this: condolences to that man. Even though he was, a J-cat and getting high, and probably, doing some shit he wasn't supposed to do. I mean, I still got a heart, my nigga. The man he ain't hurt nobody but himself, dog. So, my condolences. He had a problem, dog. He was addicted, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna cast no aspersions on him like that, dog. The man had a problem, dog. He was addicted to some drugs, and I still feel like, condolences are in order, you know what I'm saying? Because he no longer here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Crocker said that one of the most concerning things was that they discovered the evidence room was not secure. Look, y'all. Criminal evidence must be secure in order to have the evidence for prosecution and to ensure due process. He said the evidence room was anything but. Look, bro. Look at the motherfucker. Look, y'all see the hole? The motherfucker had a hole. The motherfucker. He was a fiend, Jay. Jay said he was a fiend. Hey, look at the motherfuckers. Look at Billy Ball. Look at Billy Ball. Y'all see this motherfucker? Look, I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up for y'all. Look, that motherfucker, look. look, look. They wanted that goddamn dope. Look at that. Hey, anonymous ones. Hey, look. That motherfucker wanted that dope. These polices, y'all. That motherfucking evidence locker was calling their ass, boy. That motherfucking Fetty, that motherfucking Montega, all that shit was calling their ass, boy. They couldn't stay. Look at that motherfucker, y'all. Bro, listen. They made a hole in the wall. Bro, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Do you see how perfect that hole is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's one of these. They call that a regular block. I used to be a laborer in construction site for masons, right? So that means they took out a whole one of them. You see how perfect that is? They cut that motherfucker out. They didn't knock that out. That if they knocked that out, the edges around that bitch would have been rigid. You feel what I'm saying? They cut that motherfucker out. And I'm gonna tell you something. Do you see any concrete or dust or nothing? No. That means this was a construct what do you call it? Collective effort to do this. 100% the police chief knew about this. Not only that, every police officer in there knew about this. Who the fuck got it? Oh, look, listen. Look, bro. Bro, they cut a hole out the wall so they can get in there and get to the dope, dog. Man, y'all need y'all ass whooped, dog. Y'all need y'all motherfucking ass whooped. Hey, Crocker showed photos of a hole in the wall that leads to the evidence room. A broom was repeatedly used, he said, to Jimmy open the door to gain access, bro. That motherfucker J Buddy, dog. Bro. Hey. Bro, y'all remember Chris Rock on goddamn New Jack City? It be calling me, man. It be calling me. That shit was calling them motherfucking hillbillies. That motherfucking dope was calling them motherfucking hillbillies, boy. Boy, that goddamn Fetty Wap or whatever the fuck they were going to there and get, boy. Boy, I bet them bitches be happy than a bitch. They stop a bitch with drugs. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this flip side of that. I would have been cool. I would have been happy than a motherfucker to get stopped by them if I had some drugs on me. If I would have lived in their town, I wouldn't have all the drug charges on my record that I got now. Hey man, just gonna take this shit, dog. They gonna take the dope and let you go. I'm with it. If you gonna take my drugs and let me go and ain't gonna have no record, y'all just want to get high. Bad, nigga. Bad. I'm gonna start. Look, what that come from, them motherfuckers ain't want to buy no dope, though. Them bitches ain't want to buy no dope. Them bitches want to get it all for free. But listen, bro. Bro, that's a goddamn shame, dog. This a motherfucking shame, dog. Look at that motherfucker, dog. Do he got a gun on his hip? That bitch got a gun. Is that a gun? That bitch got a gun on his hip. He got a gun on his hip. Bro, I can't believe this shit, dog. I can't believe this shit. I can't fucking believe it. But I'm seeing it. And I'm glad these bitches got caught. Hey, for real, Rich say cut the wall is nasty work, bro. That shit was calling them, bro. Hey, bro. Look, they got the date up there. Let me see what date this is. 8/14/2024. They set a booby trap for this motherfucker. Look. What time it is? 9:14. That bitch is getting high early in the morning, Rich. Hey, Rich, that bitch wanted to get high early. That was the first beam of the day right there. Hey, so look, they got a stick, right? So they're gonna use the stick to jimmy the dough. So I'm assuming it's like a long stick that go from here to there, and that jimmy the dough. But I'm gonna say this though. I'm saying, why they just got a big ass hole in the wall like that though? I'm saying that lets you know that everybody there knew what was going on. Like, you know what that means? That means that all of them wasn't together. That means that everybody was going in that bitch independent, or some people was going in that bitch independently. Because other than that, why we just don't get the keys? Why don't we just give everybody a key and everybody just go in that bitch when they want to? Brick for brick. Hey, for sure. I'm just saying, like, them bitches got a big ass hole in the wall though. Like, why if all y'all doing this bullshit, why is y'all got to go through the hole in the wall? Why y'all? You know what that means? Whoever had the key to this motherfucker wasn't with the bullshit. Whoever had the key to this evidence locker was not a crackhead like them. This big hello got me caught in the act. Hey, for real. Hey, that evidence don't make it to court. Key, that evidence for real. Hey, look. But look, whoever got this key ain't with the bullshit with them. Whoever got this key, they probably know what they doing, but they probably like, nah, man, I ain't with that shit. I ain't finna let y'all keep going in there smoking up all the evidence, bro. We got to put some motherfuckers in jail, dog. We ain't nobody going to jail. Every time these people go to court, the evidence coming up missing, or if it's coming up grams short. They might, hey, look, they might have had a motherfucker for trafficking, and they done motherfucking broke off the 8 ball. You know what I'm talking? They done broke off the cookie. The 28-gram cookie done got broke off, nigga. That bitch ain't up at 12 grams. Nigga, they got a nigga, you done went from an armed trafficking to a possession fucking with them, nigga. Nigga, I bet the dope, you know how everybody, they make cookies, you know what I'm saying? I bet that bitch look like a stop sign when that bitch got to court. Nigga, they done broke off every motherfucking corner other cooking, nigga. That bitch look like an octagon, a hexagon, nigga. Fuck with them crackheads in that bitch, bro. Hey, but I ain't mad at them though. I swear to God, cause if I was in that town, I'd be praying that Billy Bob had got a hold of my evidence, boy. For real, boy. Hey, man, Billy Bob smoked that shit up, bro. That wasn't me, dog. Hey. You know what I'm saying? For real. Okay, say will these jeopardize? They say it was routinely accessed by individuals who are not authorized to do so, going in and out using this broomstick. I told you, bro, these some hell of a motherfuckers here. Will it jeopardize prosecution? Crocker said authorities did not yet know how many criminal prosecutions could be affected. I tell you what, a lot of them gonna be affected. We're working on that, he said, but one is too many. We're going to begin a review process of all these cases, he said. We'll look on case by case, but I am not optimistic about the ability to prosecute. We have to prove the integrity of that chain of command process, Crocker said. You cannot have a prosecution if you don't have integrity of the evidence. For real. How did all this start? When the process began is not yet clear. Although court records state that crimes the officers are accused of date back to March 1st, 2024 and continue through August 23rd, 2024. That's a motherfucking lie. These bitches been smoking, y'all. Listen, don't get that shit twisted. These motherfuckers been on that shit, dog. That shit been going on way before then. Ain't no way you gonna convince me that y'all took a whole cinder block out of wall and you bitches is 1 to 2 year crackheads. You kiss my motherfucking ass. You bitches been smoking under the table. We do not know how long this has been going on, but after dispatcher Chris Willingham died on August 1st, I insist on the State Bureau of Investigation coming in and doing this investigation. So to be honest with you, if Buddy would have never died on the job, this shit would have still been going on. I know they mad than a bitch, bro. They blaming goddamn Chris. They mad at a motherfucker at Chris. From beyond the grave, them bitches mad than a motherfucker at Chris. Cause if Chris don't die, the whole shit keep going on. I'm telling you. Hey, Chris was one of the motherfuckers. He just went crazy in that goddamn evidence room. That's what that was. Chris was like a kid in a candy store. I could see the motherfuckers not trying to stop Chris. Man, Chris, just chill out, Chris. Nigga, Chris and that bitch like Chris Tucker. I mean Chris Rock when he was in when he got caught in the Carter and Nino and them seen that something was wrong with him when he was doing them jumping jacks in there. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Yeah, that's how I got there. This Chris was. I'll tell you. They like, Chris, chill out, man. You about to fuck the whole shit up, dog. Nigga, Chris and that bitch on Fetty Wap, methamphetamines, caffeine, sugar, motherfucking Moneybagg, goddamn that Zaza. Nigga, Chris and that bitch on everything. Chris like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all can't tell on me. Y'all bitches dirty too. I'm finna get high. Nigga, Chris taking bumps while he answering the 911 calls, nigga. I'm telling you what was going on in that bitch. Nigga, Chris and that bitch like Scarface. Why he answered the 911 call? 911, may I help you? I'm telling you what was going on in that bitch, dog. I'm telling you, I'm just painting the picture, dog. I can imagine. I can only imagine. Do y'all see how much shit they say Chris had in his system? Nigga, I'm a former street pharmacist, and I don't even know what all that shit is. For real. Hey, like the Joker said, if you gotta go with a smile. I bet Chris was happier than a bitch when he died. You know what I'm talking about? For real. You know what I'm saying? 6 days, it's a 6 days after Willingham, their former custodial evidence, Lord Adam Hatter filed a lawsuit claiming the mayor fired him on April 10th, 2024 with no valid reason after he exchanged with Wilcox. Oh, this is snitch too, y'all. This is snitch. Lowell Adams Hatter filed a lawsuit. He was the custodian of evidence. So he's saying that the mayor was in on it too. Check it out. I'll tell you, I can read between the lines. Context clues. Claiming the mayor fired him on April 10th, 2024 with no valid reason after a heated exchange. I'm telling you. Let me see what he said. Attorney for Wilcox and the city denied Hatter claim and the case has not been resolved. See what I'm saying? So this man right here, the custodian of evidence, he the one who's snitched too. Hey man, they ain't there doing all the dope, man. They ain't there smoking all the evidence up, dog. Y'all need to do something. FBI, get down here. They all everybody in on it. And he said, and the mayor in on it too. That's what he's trying to say. Could the mayor fire him? If I had to guess, the mayor might be some kin to some of the guys that's on the police force. They say it's only 3,200 people in that city. So I'm sure that everybody in that bitch named Billy Bob, Jim Bob, Anime, they all related. I'm sure of that now. I'm telling you. I can read between the lines, god damn it. Hatter claimed he told Mayor Jimmy Sawyer he would need 2 weeks to take inventory of the evidence room before he left. To maintain the chain of custody for all criminal cases then pending, the lawsuit alleged. Hatter said he warned not doing so would destroy the chain of evidence. Hatter claimed the mayor made him leave that day. Cause the mayor knew that motherfucking shit was short in there. He knew the mayor knew the bomb was short. The mayor knew them bitches was in there smoking like motherfucking Navajo chiefs, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's why, listen, don't I be bringing y'all them good motherfucking topics, dog? That's why I dig. I dig for these type of shit. The shit that make y'all be laugh or either be appalling, like, how the fuck? Yeah, we got these bitches. These bitches in there on dope. Yeah, you motherfuckers, y'all. Catch all on, god damn it. And this bitch is snitching, Jimmy Sawyer. Hatter said he warned not doing so would destroy the chain of evidence. Hatter is one of 3 officers named in federal excessive. Oh, okay, he dirty too. Hatter is one of 3 officers named in a federal excessive force lawsuit stemming from the alleged incident. Okay, so let me tell y'all how this shit went. They had Hatter in there for the federal excessive force lawsuit, right? That's why he went to snitching. He didn't want to get that. Well, then again, it was a lawsuit though, so he probably still lost a job. But he's snitching though. Once the mayor fired him, and he in this motherfucking lawsuit, he's snitching. Roderick Van Daniel, a civil rights lawyer, represent Joshua Phillips, wants to use the indictments as evidence in his case. Phillips admitted in his lawsuit as a 39-year disabled man from Hansville accused officers Joshua Howard and Hatter of excessive force, depriving of civil rights, unlawful arrest, and other allegations. I wouldn't put it past them. These bitches in there getting high. using steroids. You know, steroids they give that goddamn roid rage. You get like the Ultimate Warrior. You be mad about every goddamn thing. So I wouldn't doubt it. Who is protecting Hansfield? None but crackheads. Hey, as of 5 p.m. Thursday, Cullum County deputy officers are handling law enforcement in the town of Hansfield. Officers are placed on administrative leave. Look at the motherfucker, dog. Look at the motherfucker, dog. Look, this is a 63-year-old lady. You can't tell me she ain't no motherfucking crackhead. Look at this bitch, dog. Look at that motherfucker, dog. Look at him, y'all. Look. Don't be. Hey, listen. Don't feel bad for them. Them motherfuckers was locking people up and smoking they dope. Don't feel bad for them. Don't feel bad for none of. And don't they all look inbred, dog? This one in the middle right here, he for sure inbred. That one right there, look at that. One of his eyes bigger than the other one. It looked like one of his side of his face droopy, bigger than the other one. Yeah. This one right here, his name got to be Jim Bug. This one here, his name is Bobby Joe. His name Bobby Joe. This one down here and under him, the one in the middle of the top is Bobby Joe. This bitch down here named Jim Bug. That's Jim Bob right there. Jim Bug. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Betty Sue. This Betty Sue right here. Hey, Fly Guy say dude look like a cartoon character. Her name Betty Sue. That's Betty Sue right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. And these first two, the first two pictures, the one at the top and the bottom, they part of the Aryan Brotherhood, y'all. For real. I'm telling you, they part of the Aryan Brotherhood. That's crazy. The first two, the one at the top and the one at the bottom, them look like the nasty motherfuckers right there. Them look like the motherfuckers that when they stop you, they racist than a bitch, dog. Damn, that's crazy. Mm, yeah. Yeah. What happens next? A criminal case against the six will have to make their way through the court system, as will the cases linked to the department. The future of the department is in the hands of city leaders. The Hansfield County will meet February 27th at 5 p.m. The meeting will discuss and address the future of Hansfield Police Department and other potential actions regarding the same. The city's statement on Thursday read, they ain't buy shit. Look at them motherfuckers. Woo, you crackhead motherfuckers, y'all. Uh-huh. Yes, Lord. And wait till y'all get in jail with a bunch of people y'all put in jail. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. All right, let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. This is a topic that I have. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right, I'm back. This is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a little minute here. Uh, I've been wanting to talk about for a little minute here, but y'all know, when this shit first hit, they had banned me. They had banned me on YouTube, so I couldn't talk about it. But I seen Boosie talk about this on Vlad, and it brought it back to the front of my mind, and I want to talk about it. And it's Serena Williams crip walking at the Super Bowl, y'all. Um, and Boosie said something that was interesting to me. We all know that Serena had a past relationship or whatever you want to call it, situationship with Drake. And when she did her crip walk, it was sort of like a aha, fuck you to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm gonna tell you about Drake, certified lover boy, certified PDF file. Do y'all know that Drake has been trolling Serena Williams' husband? Now, Serena Williams' husband was nowhere in the picture when Drake and Serena stopped seeing each other. He was nowhere in the picture at all. He had nothing to do with none of that. He came along after that situation. So he ain't got no beef with Drake or nothing about none of that because that situation was before him. But Drake's he's so emotional to where he done trolled this woman's husband. You feel me? Like Like pretty much saying, yeah, I slept with your wife. Nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Nigga, this woman is a grown woman. She got plenty of people she slept with before uh she got to me. She used to date Common, and I'm sure she had a few other people that she dated. This is how much of a whole nigga Drake is. Like, not only Serena, he do the same shit to ASAP Rocky too. He troll ASAP Rocky too about uh Rihanna. He also trolled Chris Brown about Rihanna. This is like not player at all. This is like some hoe ass bitch ass shit. But this what the nigga be doing. But this what I want to talk about. Back to Serena. Cabusa said something that I 100% agree with it. It ain't no motherfucking way Serena should have been crip walking at that goddamn Super Bowl to troll her ex. Ain't no way. Ain't no motherfucking way. And men, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. If I was her old man and I saw you finna go do that, that would have been it for me. That would have been it for me. Because what you saying is he still lives in your head. This man still live in your head. Fuck that nigga. That means you thinking about him. Like it's disrespectful to your old man for you to be out there trolling your ex. Fuck that nigga. Don't let him know that you even bothered by nothing he do. It's disrespectful to me. Your mind supposed to be on us, what we got going here in this relationship. Fuck that nigga. She should not have been out there crip walking to troll Drake at all. It was almost a win for Drake when he seen her do that. Trust me when I'm telling you this shit here. Cause that mean he hurt you. That the best thing you can do is let him is to put on the even if it do bother you, don't let a motherfucker know it bother you at all. What do women say? Unbothered. That's what she should have did. Well, she was out there crip walking. She got a cold crip walk now. Don't get it twisted. She got a cold crip walk now. She got a cold crip walk. But I don't think she should have been out there, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna move on because I don't really want to get too much into that there. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna move on though. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't feel like Serena should have been crip walking. I feel like it was just disrespectful to her husband. Like Boosie say, she making white guys look bad because her husband is Caucasian. She making white guys look bad out here because she wasn't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like just but at the same time, Serena's an alpha type female. She got her own bag, and one thing about her, she from Compton, so she feel like she gonna do what she want to do. That's cool, baby. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, from a man perspective, that was not cool. That was not cool. You supposed to let them have that. Fuck that nigga. You don't let Drake know you thinking about him, period, even if you is. Because I understand. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes, whether we want to or not, we still ruminate. They call that ruminate, where you're thinking about an ex, or you think about the trauma that you went through with an ex, or what they did to you or something like that. But the best way to handle that is to not show that. Don't show that publicly. Just continue to move on with your life. Know what I'm saying? Don't let them live rent free in your head. But look at her. She out there crip walking like a motherfucker, saying "fuck you, nigga." That shit was years ago, baby. Why are you still thinking about this nigga? Why do it still even bother you? Why are you still even worried about that? And I understand he trolled your husband, so that might be your get back for your husband. Like, nigga, don't try my husband. That might be. Maybe that's what it is. But I would have told my old lady, baby, you ain't got to fight for me. Don't worry about it. We just gonna continue to live our lives and I'm gonna keep putting these babies in your ass. You know what I'm talking about? Come on and bend over this goddamn bed. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Come on, and you know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. We gonna keep popping out these Manila babies. We gonna keep popping out these motherfucking mulatto babies on his motherfucking ass. Cause he ain't got no kid from you. I bet he would have rather had a kid from you than that goddamn exotic dancer lady that he got a baby from. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm finna keep popping these babies out you, baby. You know what I'm talking about? These goddamn mulattoes. You know what I'm saying? You want to get back at Drake? Come on and bend over this goddamn bed, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. That's what you do. Let me put one in you. Let me put another. Let's have some twins. Let's go to the fertility clinic so you can have twins, goddamn it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we do that there, baby. for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that was my little 2 cents on that. We're gonna move on because goddamn Snoop Suge Knight went crazy, dog. Listen, if y'all ain't seen, bruh, Suge Knight is going crazy on goddamn Snoop Dogg. Where he at? Is he on? Is it Cam Capone? All the dialogue? It's on one of them. Let me see real quick. I want to make sure I get it right, y'all. I want to make sure I get it right. I want to know what Suge Knight talking this good shit at. Where is that? Shit, Suge even called into Vlad TV and talked shit about Ray J. It's on Art of the Dialogue, y'all. So if y'all want to go see it, go check it out. So the first news, because Suge, he got like 3 of them just dropped today, and all of them spicy. So this is what we're going to talk about first. Suge exposes Dr. Dre as liking men. I'm going to just say that, right? Again, we don't got no problem with nobody. If that's your choice of life, don't get it twisted. Marita Boy, do not care. You welcome me on this channel 100%, for real, for real, for real, for real. So don't take this in offense to that. I'm just talking, telling y'all about the content. People who like, if that's your lifestyle, you welcome here on this channel. I'm telling you shit. I'm a man of my word here. You welcome him 1000%. Now, Suge Knight, they asked Suge Knight why, because Dr. Dre and Suge Knight both have babies from Michel'le. If y'all don't remember who Michel'le is, she was a beautiful singer that came up in the late 80s, early 90s. I think Michel'le went platinum if I'm not mistaken. But she was the singer that had the baby voice, sound like a baby. But when she sung, she had a powerful voice. I'm talking about Michel'le had, for that time, Michel'le had one of the most beautiful voices. She could really, real deal sing. And she was beautiful. Michel'le was beautiful. I'm telling you, listen, let me tell you something. As a kid, Michel'le was one of my crushes. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. She had the beautiful eyes. She was beautiful, right? She has children by Dr. Dre, and she has children by Suge Knight. And they asked, and Art of Dialogue asked Suge Knight, was that the reason why Dr. Dre left Death Row? Because you ended up sleeping with his baby mama. He said, no, that was not it. He said, because Dr. Dre got his wife from Suge. He said, I the one gave him his wife. He said, let me tell you what was going on here. He said, I was sleeping with Michel'le on the low. And Michel'le was telling me that Dr. Dre, and what's the white guy name that was on the movie? The white guy that was on Straight Outta Compton movie. I forget his fucking name. But him and Dr. Dre was having meetings and shit behind the closed doors and trying to cut Suge out of money from the music. You see what I'm saying? So what Suge did was he went on and kicked him off of Death Row because of that. Gave him $2 million, had a settlement or whatever because of that. But let's backtrack for a second. He said that he do not believe that's the reason why Dr. Dre left Death Row, because Dr. Dre got his wife from him. He say when they found out that, he say how he found out that Dr. Dre liked men was, it was somebody that was talking shit about Dr. Dre's private life. And he said that Dr. Dre said, oh, why they worried about what I do in my bedroom? He said when he heard Dr. Dre say that, he knew that Dr. Dre got down. You know, he get down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? He get down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? And he said that once he heard Dr. Dre say that, he knew that Dr. Dre was a Fonzanoon, which means, you know, he farts in the tub and bites the bubbles. You know what I'm talking about? You know, one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? So he said that what they did was they didn't just kick him off the label because of that. He said what he did was he decided to help Dr. Dre hide the fact that Dr. Dre liked men. He said because back then you couldn't be a rapper who liked men. So what he decided to do was he wanted to get Dr. Dre married. So he told Dr. Dre, we got to get you married, dog. So basically he helped Dr. Dre to get a beard. Y'all know what a beard is, not the beard on your face. The beard is what they call it when the men that like men have a wife to cover up the fact that they really like men, right? So he said that he found a girl that, they all knew. The girl, she was a type of girl that used to, get around a little bit. He said that verbatim. The girl used to get around, and he got her to marry Dr. Dre, right? He said the only problem with it was going well. They was hiding the fact that Dr. Dre liked men. He said, but the only problem was Dr. Dre liked to beat on women. He said, man, Dr. Dre whooped every woman ass he ever had. Know what I'm talking about? And I hear a lot of people say that when it's guys that like to beat up on their women, that's them, that's them, sometimes they're showing that they really don't like women, and they're, it's like a frustration thing. You know what I'm saying? They really don't like women. They just, whatever. But that's what he said. He said Dr. Dre whooped ass. He said that verbatim. He said Dr. Dre whooped every woman ass he ever was with, like tear their ass up, like. And I remember Dr. Dre got in trouble for beating that lady up from, I think it was MTV. I think it was MTV or whatever, that news that host lady. Yeah, he tore her ass up too. You know what I'm saying? They say Dr. Dre is a terrible woman beater. He's a terrible domestic violence abuser motherfucker. And he say Dr. Dre with the beating on the girl. And the girl called Dr. Dre, his wife. The wife that Suge Knight set Dr. Dre up with in order to hide the fact that Dr. Dre liked it men. She caught Dr. Dre in the bed with a man, allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. This is what Suge Knight said on Art of the Dialogue. I don't have no proof of this. Fair use is in act. Dr. Dre, don't sue me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hanging on with a prayer here on YouTube as it is, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button because Marita going in tonight. And please donate to the channel. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. So he say the lady wanted to divorce Dr. Dre. So he went to Dr. Dre's wife and told her, listen, because he say he even set up a prenup for Dr. Dre. So because he knew that the relationship might not last because Dr. Dre liked men. So he say he set up a prenup for Dr. Dre. He said, but when Dr. Dre with the beating on the girl girl said, hey, look, man, I'm finna divorce this motherfucker. I'm tired of taking these ass whippings. He don't like women. I done caught him in the bed with a man. I'm tired of this shit. He worth a lot of money. I'm finna sue this motherfucker. I'm finna divorce this motherfucker. I'm finna take half this motherfucker, take this motherfucker money, and I'm finna get the fuck on because I ain't finna keep getting beat up by somebody who like to lay on their stomach. That's what he said. Say Dr. Dre like to lay on his stomach. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what he said. It's on Art of Dialogue. Go check it out. So he said he convinced Dr. Dre's wife, listen, don't tell on it. Don't tell that he like to lay on his stomach like a seal. Like he like to lay on his stomach like a seal. He said, don't tell that Dr. Dre like to lay on his stomach like a seal. Hey, I hope nobody take offense to that, but I'm just saying. He said, don't tell that Dr. Dre like to lay on his stomach like a seal. He said that he convinced her that if I get Dr. Dre to not go by the prenup, will you not tell on him? She said, yeah. So they said they tore the prenup up, and Dr. Dre was worth like $200 million at the time. They settled out for half of that. So Dr. Dre's wife got $100 million, and Dr. Dre got the $100 million. He was left with $100 million, and then Suge say he kicked him off the label, gave him $2 million, and kicked him off the label because he found out that Dr. Dre was trying to go behind his back and make deals with the white guy that was on Straight Outta Compton. I forgot what his name is, but that's the story. But I found that story very believable. Now, if it's a lie, that's a lie Suge Knight told. But he had a lot of tea in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He say they set Dr. Dre up with his wife to hide the fact that they knew that Dr. Dre liked men, that Dr. Dre liked to lay on his stomach. He said this on Art of Dialogue. He said Dr. Dre liked to lay on his stomach. You know what I'm talking about? Like a seal. Tupac said it. Tupac said it too, and tossed it up in the song. Damn, ironically, pause, like the boy from Harlem say, pause. But the song that goddamn Tupac talked about this about Dr. Dre was called "Toss It Up." Crazy, ain't it? Diabolical. Uh, he say D something was her name. Yeah, I think so. Jerry Heller. Yeah, that's the dude's name. Jerry Heller, same guy. Yeah, Jerry Heller, same guy that worked with Easy E. So Dr. Dre and Jerry Heller was was trying to, put shit together behind Suge back to cut him out of certain money. And he say how he knew this is because he was sleeping with Meech, which was Dr. Dre's baby mama at the time, and she was feeding him the tea on what was going on. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I say on all the dialogue, Suge Knight getting it in. Okay. So that's that. That's that on Dr. Dre. Now let's get to what Suge Knight said about Snoop. He say Snoop Dogg straight up lied and said that when Tupac passed away, that he went to the hospital. When Tupac got shot in Las Vegas and he was in the hospital for a week until he finally died on September 13th, 1996. I remember the day he died. My daughter was born on September 13th, 2022. But at the same time, I remember when Tupac died. Tupac died on Friday the 13th, September 13th, 1996. And I remember that vividly because when I heard that Tupac passed, I cried. And I was about 15. Mhm. Yeah, I was about 15 years old. And I cried because I was a big Tupac fan. Actually, Tupac is my number one favorite rapper of all time, even right now. It is no rapper that has had that amount of power over the industry and over the fans like Tupac. Tupac was like Michael Jackson of the hip hop of rap at that time. I'm telling you, it was nobody fucking with it. Not your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Nobody. Puffy, Biggie, Jay-Z, all of these guys that's monsters in the game or became monsters in the game. None of them motherfuckers could hold a candle to Tupac. Nail one on. And he was only 25 years old when he passed away. Rest in heaven, Paul. But I remember this vividly. He said that Snoop been telling a lie for all these years that he went to the hospital to see Tupac. He said that's a motherfucking lie. He said he had to hit Snoop up and like, hey, bro, Pac in the hospital. He fighting for his life. Why you ain't been up here to see him yet? And he say what happened was he say this was after Tupac was shot, but this was during the week where Tupac was fighting for his life in the hospital. And he say he had a house in Vegas, and Tupac's mama was there, Afeni Shakur, God rest her soul, she was there, and also he say Snoop came, and he said when Snoop came, he asked him like man, let's come holler at me, and he say asked him like bro like why you ain't been to see Pop, man? This shit ain't cool. This shit ain't looking right. Say Miss Afeni Shakur was there as well, and he said he told him man, Pac ain't fucking with me right now. He hate me right now. And he was alluding to when Tupac had got mad at Snoop for going to New York and saying that, he ain't had no problem with the East Coast and he had no problem with Biggie and stuff. Y'all remember in the movie, in the Tupac movie, that was like a point of contention for Tupac and Snoop because Tupac felt like Snoop had betrayed him, being that he went all the way to New York and he pretty much was trying to be friends with Biggie after, Snoop is on death row with Pac and supposed to be on his side. So he felt like Snoop was disloyal, you know what I'm saying, for doing that or whatever, whatever. So Snoop was saying that Pac hated him because of that. He had got mad with him because of that. And because of that, he didn't want to go to the hospital to see Tupac because he just felt like, Pac probably wouldn't want him there because, they wasn't seeing eye to eye at the time. Say Miss Afeni Shakur told Snoop at the house in Vegas, hey, listen, well, he mad at me right now too, but that's my son and he fight for his life and I'm gonna do what's right. And I went up there and you need to go up there too. And Suge said that Afeni was, I guess, I want to make sure I get this right. I guess Afeni had allegedly took something from Tupac or stole something. If I got this wrong, y'all apologize, but it was hard to understand what Suge was saying at this point in the interview. But he said it was something to do with stealing, and I find it hard to believe that Tupac stole something from his mama. So I would assume that Pac was what he was saying was that Pac was mad at his mama for allegedly stealing something from him, probably some money or something like that, some small shit. You know what I mean? If you're from the hood, you know your mama, they'll get you now. You know what I'm saying? Your mamas will get you now. Real shit, like real shit. I'm telling you. If you from the hood, y'all have mamas from the hood, y'all know they'll get you a little bit. I ain't never used to really let my mama hold my money because boy, it ain't gonna all be there when you get back there. You know, your mama she'll throw it up. I brought you in this world, you owe me, you can't repay me. So, don't never let your mama hold no money because always got a good enough excuse to why they can pinch you to death. That's what I'm gonna call it. They love you still now, but some of your mamas will pinch you to death. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's what Suge was alluding to, and that's what Suge said that Miss Fady said. He said right at that time, Snoop went to crying and he went to throwing up, and they say they felt like maybe he was doing that because he was emotional or something. You know what I'm saying? But they thought thought nothing of it. Say he was crying and throwing up and shit like that or whatever. But they just chalked it off. And Miss Afeni said that she wished that she thought that Snoop should go up there and see Tupac, even though they might have not have been on the same, but they wasn't on the same page or seeing eye to eye at the time when Tupac was shot. You know what I'm saying? So she said that Snoop tell this whole lie all these years that he went up to the hospital and saw Tupac, and he said 1,000% that never happened. Now, he also said that Snoop Dogg has a connection with Keefy D and Orlando Anderson. And he say right now Snoop Dogg is behind, and I don't know how true this is. Everything I say is alleged. Fair use of the act, all entertainment purposes only. Um, and I don't know if it's true or not. But he said, excuse me, he said that uh Snoop is trying to bail out Keefy D at this point right now. Like he trying to go through back channels to bail Keefy D out. Now, why would he be trying to bail Keefy D out? You might ask. Suge is alluding to the reason why he probably trying to bail Keefy D out is because the longer Keefy D stay in jail, the more detrimental it is to Snoop Dogg. And what he's saying is they say Keefy D is in that motherfucker singing like a canary. He in that motherfucker like Tweety Bird. He telling it all. And if y'all remember now, Keefy D has cancer. He's in a twilight of his life and he has cancer. And I felt like that when they put Keefy D in jail. I felt like Keefy D was gonna sing like a canary because he don't want to die in jail. He he in the twilight of his life. He know he finna pass most likely sometime soon, and he don't give a fuck about being called a rat or not. All he want is to die, free, around his family. He don't want to die in jail. So I knew Keeper D was gonna say whatever he could say to get his ass out of jail. And what Suge is saying is he's saying that Snoop is trying to bail Keefe D out in fear that Keefe D may be exposing Snoop's involvement in Tupac's passing. Now, if you think about this now, we still don't know who all was in that car when Tupac was shot. All we know is what Keefe D said, but we don't know for sure. We don't know. I'm not saying Snoop was in the car, but what they saying is they all Crips. You see what I'm saying? So what he's saying is when Tupac came from out of prison and came to Death Row, who was the hottest artist on Death Row at the time? Snoop Dogg. Well, who took over Death Row when Tupac got there? Tupac. It was everybody behind. It was Tupac number one, and everybody behind Tupac. The Dog Pound, goddamn Snoop, goddamn everybody that was on Death Row was behind motherfucking Tupac. And Tupac was working very hard. Everybody, the whole Death Row was working to put out Tupac's music. All the producers was making beats for Tupac. All the artists was jockeying to get on Tupac's songs, and they say Tupac was cracking the whip on them because we all know Tupac had a extraordinary work ethic. They say Tupac get in that goddamn studio and he could make an album in a week. You feel what I'm saying? He could knock out 10 songs a night. Tupac. We like to believe that Tupac was free from when he got out of jail for his alleged sexual charge, because I don't want to say too much because YouTube be tripping. We like to, it feels like, it feels like Tupac was out for some years. Tupac was only out less than a year. From when Tupac got released from prison to the time where he passed, it was less than a year. He created, shout out to Randy, he created, shout out to Unspoken, yo, he created all of that music in less than a year. So much so that if I'm not mistaken, Tupac done had at least 8 or 9 albums released after he passed away. I remember the first one I think was Machiavelli, then came Are You Still Down and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We've been good, Randy. How you been? You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm just trying to give those a mental picture of how Death Row was operating once Tupac got out and how Snoop Dogg had moved to the back seat because of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And this could have created some type of jealousy because Snoop was the main artist on Death Row at the time. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Tupac and Snoop being at odds because Snoop went to New York and you know what I mean, went to being trying to be cool with Puffy and Biggie after Pac already waging war against Bad Boy. This is all what Snoop is. I mean, Suge is saying from his interview on the phone from prison. He's saying that he said, and then also, if y'all remember now, Warren G went on Drink Champs and said that when Tupac passed, Snoop Dogg was getting was he had a phone. IOS, he said it was like a Nextel chirp, but it wasn't a chirp, it was a walkie-talkie. And he said that he was getting play-by-play. That's how we heard that Tupac was shot and Tupac was in the hospital. It's because he had a walkie-talkie and he was getting information from people in Vegas telling him what had happened to Tupac. Now, Suge say it was a walkie-talkie or something to that effect, maybe a Nextel chirp or something like that that Snoop had. But he said the only way he would have that is if he was on a security detail. He was saying what he's saying is how the hell did he end up with that? What he's trying to allude and say is that Snoop had the inside scoop and on what was supposed to happen to what happened to Tupac. Basically, like saying Snoop was getting validation that or confirmation that yeah, the job had been done. Now, is this true? I don't know if it's true. I'm just telling you what Suge's saying. Maybe Suge could be trying to continue to get these interview dollars going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He in prison. The interview scene is very, very lucrative to talk to a lot of these guys. That's what a lot of these guys are doing. A lot of these guys, if you notice, when these guys do an interview, you see them on one big platform, and the next thing you do, you see them on 4 or 5 more. They're gonna be on Cam Capone, All the Dialogue, Vlad, No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make their way around. Say Cheese, they getting them 5, 10 bands and moving on around. You can make a nice amount of change in a short amount of time if you have an interesting enough story or if it's enough controversy surrounding you or a situation that you were involved in. So I'm just throwing that out there so that the leave room that what's the leave room in around what Suge is saying because we done heard so many conspiracy theories as to what happened with Tupac, who was behind the death of Tupac. We heard Orlando Anderson, which is Keefe D's nephew. Um, and that does seem like the most plausible. That seems like the most plausible. We saw Tupac, in the Death Row guys jump on Orlando that night in LA, I mean in Vegas, after the Mike Tyson fight. And a lot of times the most simplest answer is the answer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't no big conspiracy. Sometimes it's you had a beef with this person, you and this person got into it, and this person did something to you. So I'm not saying that what Suge is saying is 100% true or fact. I'm just saying that this is what Suge is saying today on Art of the Dialogue, and it is spicy. It is nasty work, y'all. It is nasty work, nasty work, nasty work. Now, do y'all believe it? Jump in the comment section. Let me know if y'all believe, what Suge is saying. He done said a lot of things over the years. Hell, they even accused Suge of have something to do with Tupac's untimely death. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everything here is entertainment purposes, fair use. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just reporting the news, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Please donate to the channel. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. Also, please follow me on Instagram, Meritaboy1, Meritaboy with the number 1 at the end. All right, let's move on. So we got No Love. Let me find No Love. Let me drop down for a second. Let me find No Love. We got No Love. Y'all don't know who No Love is? No Love is FINESSE2TYMES baby brother. He look just like FINESSE2TYMES. Let me tell you something. They got some goddamn strong ass jeans, boy. They mama, she got some strong ass jeans, boy. Cause that motherfucker look just like his mama. And it just like he look just like FINESSE2TYMES. Let me pull him up real quick. All all right, here you go, y'all. I had to pull them up real quick. My bad, y'all. I had those rest of those tabs ready for y'all, but this one right here I gotta pull up real quick. Shout out to Real Tune. Y'all go subscribe to this channel, man. Y'all see on subscribe. Let me shoot him a like button too. Let me shoot him a like button. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Real Tune, but he a fellow blogger like me, so I like to show love. You know what I'm saying? And I be watching this channel, subscribe to the channel, so I hit him with a like button. And y'all can do the same for me if y'all watching. Please hit that like button so I can get into the algorithm. Y'all know I'm demonetized at this time, so I'm doing this all off the love. But I love you guys anyway, and y'all love me, so it ain't nothing. Now we got No Love FINESSE2TYMES little brother saying that Moneybagg Yo put a hit on FINESSE2TYMES, man. Bro, listen, the content just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. Oh my God. That's why I'm speeding through this because we still ain't got the Big Meech and 1090 Jake exposing Big Meech today. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. All right. So we got No Love. He said that the beef between FINESSE2TYMES and Moneybagg Yo had got so serious to FINESSE2TYMES had got booked at a club in Memphis, right? So he say that sometime before the show at the club, they had got word that the show was a setup. Now let me tell y'all something. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? If you from the streets, and most likely you done seen this play be pulled. I have saw this play been pulled. This play has been pulled by individuals in my city, and I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just gonna keep it vague. But I have heard and about situations where two entities are at odds and they're beefing. And what they'll do is, especially if one of them are rapper or artist, what they'll do is they'll pay a promoter they'll go through a promoter to book the op. So that way they'll know that the op is gonna be at a specific place, a club, or whatever. And what they do is they lay in wait for their opposition either before the club or a lot of times it's after the club, and then they'll try to unalive their op because it's basically like luring your op out of hiding. You know what I'm saying? And strategically setting up a situation to where you could unalive your op. I have seen this situation happen unfold in real life before. So this is nothing new. So if you one of them people that ain't never heard of this type of tactic before, this art of war, nah, this shit really does go down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not giving nobody no ideas. I hope y'all don't do that shit or whatever. But I'm telling you, it does go down. It is one of the ways that these guys so-called get their man nowadays. But it's been this shit been going on. I seen this shit going on damn near a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? But he said this is what allegedly Moneybagg Yo had put in the play to get FINESSE2TYMES. He said when they get to the club, you know, uh, they start performing, da 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 da. After the show, it's a full fledged shootout, like a full fledged shootout. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Say, people on both sides, was going at it or whatever. They was in a full fledged shootout. Nobody got hurt. Say a lot of vehicles got shot up. Um, if y'all want to hear all the particulars, y'all can go to the Real Tune channel and listen to what what uh No Love was saying. But I'm just saying, like, as we all know, when FINESSE2TYMES got out of jail, he signed with Mob Ties, but he also signed a deal with with Moneybagg Yo with Bread Game as well. So, like, this shit be crazy, dog. That you would even befriend somebody that tried to unalive you. And the beef between Moneybagg Yo and FINESSE2TYMES, if I'm not mistaken, it was over FINESSE2TYMES saying that he wrote a lot of Moneybagg Yo's raps, and that Moneybagg Yo stole a lot of his raps and shit when they used to be real tight and they used to be doing music together before FINESSE2TYMES went to prison and before Moneybagg Yo blew up. Now I'm gonna say this: I have also seen two guys get into it and where shots was fired. Actually, one of the guys was shot by the other guy, and they ended up making up. And I'm glad they made up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people think that since shots be fired, that you know can't no peace come behind that, or since somebody was shot, can't no peace come behind that. No, I don't seen it happen. I don't seen street guys, certified, ones who like that, get into it with each other. Shots been fired, harm has be falling, one or two of them, or some people around them, and cooler heads prevail, and they settle the beef. Um, the two guys that I saw that happen to in my life in the streets, I love both of them guys, and to this day, both of them guys alive. Both of them cool with me. One of them is one of my closest confidants. He older than me, so when I need advice, he'll triple OG. So when I need advice, I call him and ask him about advice about life and shit like that. He always give me good advice and shit like that, and I cherish him for that. He one of the people that he's got a lot of wisdom. He one of the people that I use when I need some direction from a man, an older man in life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that they was able to squash the beef without someone dying or somebody being harmed or hurt in the situation. Um, we all know that nowadays that's not the way that a lot of these young bulls, these YNs, so to speak, handle their situation. One shot's been fired or somebody done been hurt. A lot of times these guys just go all the way out to either they get a lot of time in prison or they no longer here with us. That's how these young boys uh, operate nowadays. But but I wish that they would you know be able to sometimes uh, let bygones be bygones. Even if y'all ain't cool, you know, just let the beef go. Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people being taken away from their family, their loved ones, um, and nobody wins. At the end of the day, nobody wins. Either you catch a, we can look at, we just see what all happened to a lot of these guys out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started watching the drill culture, since 2012 when the war popped off. But now it's not even a lot of those guys that's even still here with us. A lot of them either in jail or most of them is underground. You know what I'm saying? Um, and at the end of the day, nobody wins, and you leave a lot of hurt family members, and the cycle continues because a lot of these people have friends and family that want to carry on the beef or avenge these people's deaths, and it just perpetuates a cycle of violence that just perpetuates death and heartache and pain and stuff like that. So, shout out to Moneybagg Yo and FINESSE2TYMES for being able to bury the hatchet and let bygones be bygones. Um, and No Love did put a positive spin on it at the end of uh end of the interview, and I like that he did do that. And hopefully, a lot of these young men will be able to really hear what No Love was saying, and not just get caught up in the shootout part back and forth, and just realize that, hey man, at the end of the day. You know, nobody wants to lose you. Both of y'all got loved ones on both sides. And a lot of times these situations be petty as fuck. A lot of times these situations be so fucking petty. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So I just want to hit on that one real quick. You know what I mean? I ain't it really wasn't no I really didn't want to pick a side on that one and say, oh, you right, you wrong, this and that there. You know, I just really wanted to bring that to y'all attention to show you guys how serious the situation was and how cooler heads were able to prevail, and both of them guys was able to let bygones be bygones and even come back together in order to get some money. And now we can see that Finesse 2 Times is successful and Moneybagg Yosef is successful. Now that situation could have really went wrong, and Finesse 2 Times could have lost his life. Moneybagg Yo maybe could have lost his life, and neither one of them would be here right now. Maybe one of them would have been in jail, maybe one of them would have been dead, or maybe both of them would have been dead. But we still got both of them here. Both of them look like they're getting money. Both of them living their life, and that's I prefer that outcome more so than any other outcome that could have happened from that situation. And I hope that a lot of these young boys could could peep that situation and learn to to try to handle their situations more maturely and just let bygones be bygones. You ain't gotta like that person, you ain't gotta fuck with that person. You know what I'm saying? But let bygones be bygones because that might be the best. That's probably the best option for you and your family. All right. Randy say it's been it's been oh man, it's crazy how long a case can last. Facts. I feel like like sometimes we should learn to let certain things go for real, for real. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so let me tell you this. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Let me tell y'all some real shit. In life, you gonna have to let some shit go. I'm gonna tell you that. That's what I'm gonna use this situation for. In life, you gotta let some shit go, y'all. Let me tell you something. The older I get, the more shit I let go. And it ain't cause I'm not. Hold on. How I'm gonna say that? Excuse me 1 second. I gotta blow my eye down. And it ain't cause I'm scary or I won't do nothing. Listen. And where I'm from, I'm known for fighting. For real, for real. Like I'm known for fighting. I got a loud mouth. I talk a lot of shit. I pop it off. Not known for shooting. You know what I'm saying? But I have been in a situation where I had to do what I had to do, and I ain't trying to incriminate myself, but I had to do a little thing. So it's all of that shit. I'm with it all, depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? But as I get older, I find myself letting more and more shit go. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I won't go there. It's because I have shit to lose. You know, I got children. I got my life. I value being here. I value being free. I value, you know, being here for my family, being for my children, living a free life. I don't want to die in prison. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to let shit go, not because you're afraid, not because you scared, not because you ain't violent and won't do nothing. It's because it's what's best for you. It's what's best for your family. It's just what's the best option. Some shit you just like, you know what, bro, go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even with it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? I had a situation where some crackheads stole my phone when I was going in the store. They were standing outside the store, and me and my son and went in the store. And we left the car unlocked. When I got back in the car, my phone was gone. My son said, "Dad, I believe they took your phone." I say, "You think?" He said, "Yeah." So we drove down the street. We actually saw the crackhead and his girlfriend walking down the street. We popped the curb, hit the curb. I jumped. I said, "Man, let me get my motherfucking phone." "Oh, what you talking about? We ain't got your phone. We ain't got your phone." I said, "Man, listen, let me get my motherfucking phone." You know what I'm saying? I'm talking shit. "We ain't got your phone. We ain't got your phone." So we went back and forth for about 2 or 3 minutes. I said, "I'll tell you what. If you give me my phone," I said, "you can't get in no way. The phone screen locked." I said, "If you give me my phone, I give you $10. Give me my phone." The lady reached in her purse and gave me my motherfucking phone. Shout out to Denise. The lady reached in her purse and gave me my phone. When she gave me my phone, I reached in my pocket and I gave her $10. Right. When I gave him $10, I jumped back in the car with my son and his stepbrother and their friend. My son said, "Dad, why you did that? I thought we was finna beat him up." I say, son, check this out. I say, first of all, it's me, you, your stepbrother, and his friend. We out here on, bro. We popped the curb. We was on a main road, like cars passing by. I say, bro, if we'd have jumped on them people, we probably it's a chance that the police would have pulled up, took us to jail. All they would have seen us fighting these people or whatever. What if this guy would have had a gun, a knife, or something, and would have stabbed one of y'all or whatever, or whatever, whatever? Like it just was too much that we had to lose when I could just give these crackheads $10, get my phone back. They can go on about their business, and we can go on about our business. And my son, he didn't understand that at the time. He was like, "Yeah, I feel you, Daddy, but we should have beat them." I say, "No, we shouldn't have, son." I say, sometimes you got to let shit go. I'm teaching you how to sometimes resolve situations without violence. Yeah, we could have beat them up. It was four of us. We could have beat this lady up and her old man. But then what? Like, then what? Like, like what? What that would have proved? Nothing. I ain't got time to be getting dirty. I was clean and shit too. I ain't got time to be getting dirty, wrestle these motherfuckers. Let me get these people these little pet ass $10. I'm gonna get my phone back. Everybody win. It's a draw. It's a draw. Nobody lose. It's a draw. What I'm teaching you is how to settle situations without violence sometimes. So you can have that in your tool bag. It's easy to settle situations with violence. We could have easily jumped on them. That ain't nothing. And because we handled the situation without violence, that don't make me pussy. That don't make you pussy. That don't make you soft. That's ego. The important thing is nobody lost nothing. We didn't lose nothing. $10 ain't shit. We might have had a bond out of jail and would have had a battery, all type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Hoodie. Know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So that was I use it as a teaching moment for my son. So shout out. That's kind of what this situation seemed like. You know what I'm saying? It turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm using this particular situation that happened between Moneybagg, Yo, and them. You know what I'm saying? 1 second here, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Let's get into. Let's see. Let's get into Big T, the real T here. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? We're gonna get into the Big Meech. Let's see. We're gonna get into the Big Meech and the 1090J. Man. Okay, 1090. Great. I'm gonna put it up on screen for y'all. Hold on. Matter of fact, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna go to YouTube. 1090J. All right. So this just dropped today, y'all. This just dropped today. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was waiting for this to drop. I was waiting for this to drop because there was so much back and forth going on with the Big Meech paperwork, and I saw people could read the paperwork. I'm not sure everybody read the paperwork, but I'm sure some people did read the paperwork. Some people was reading Cuffy's paperwork. Some people was reading Big Meech's paperwork. But if you read the paperwork, it still was nothing that was black and white said that Big Meech cooperated. You know what I'm saying? We do have um Big Meech telling Tammy that he didn't want his name connected to none of this shit. But 1090J dropped a video today, and I want to say this too, y'all. I want to say this too. When 50 was making his posts on Instagram, I saw 1090J in the comment section, and also 50 Cent went on Instagram today or yesterday. It was yesterday, and he was saying that 1090J was gonna drop a video today exposing the paperwork, basically having a paperwork party on Big Meech. If you ain't seen this video, go check it out. It's on 1090J channel. Um, it's very informative. So I'm gonna just give a brief summary of what 1090J video uncovered when he went over Meech's paperwork. What 10 Jake is saying is it is nothing in the paperwork where it says that Big Meech cooperated at all, right? But what you got to do is you got to use context clues and understand what most likely happened. Now, is it 100%? No, because it ain't. We ain't see it 100% in the papers. But I'm gonna just break it down to y'all, and I'm gonna say this: it's very if you want to call circumstantial, because you know you can get convicted on circumstantial evidence in the court of law, right? Uh, it's strong circumstantial evidence that may make one believe that Meech did attempt to snitch. Now, I've been listening to Al Prophet because Al Prophet is very familiar with this case. He been deep into this shit even before Big Meech got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? But what they're saying, what T9 Jake is saying happened was um Meech was in a relationship. He built a relationship with Tammy, right? Uh he signed over his life rights to Tammy so Tammy could, you know, middleman the deal between 50 Cent and Meech, right? Because Meech was in prison. But also, Tammy was also attempting to set up a drug deal between a Mexican cartel member and Big Meech and Cuffy, right? At the same time, Tammy was sleeping with a DEA agent, right? Named Chroma, right? Al Prophet just stayed on his channel last night. Go check out Al Prophet uh, on YouTube. He said that word through the grapevine is that it is that wiretaps do exist of Big Meech, Tammy Cohen. Hell, what the hell? Hold on here, I'm confused here. Hold on. Why is that so much? Why he did that? Anyway, he was saying that Big Meech that it is wiretaps between Big Meech. Wow. Okay, put it this way. It is wiretaps where Big Meech is on the phone with Tammy while she is laid up with Chroma. So this is what Al Prophet said. Go check out the channel. Everything I say here is alleged. It may not be true. Everything is under fair use. I'm just telling you what was said. He said that he got through on good account that it is wiretap that exists with Big Meech on the phone with Tammy and Chroma, which would validate that Big Meech did know that Tammy was working with the authorities. That's insane. That's insane. That is insane. Hold on 1 second, y'all. One second, y'all. So what our prophet was saying, it does piggyback off what 1090 Jake said in his video. 1090 Jake said, now is it paperwork that okay, shout out to 7B Music Group, because I was wondering where the fuck this money came from. Shout out 7B, cause oh yeah, you sent it Apple Pay. Okay, appreciate you, gang. Shout out to you for the cash out. My bad, dog. Cause I was wondering who the fuck, cause it came through my son. I was wondering like why my son sent me money. But thank you, bro. Appreciate you for the cash out. So this is what pretty much went down here, y'all. From what 1090 because Al Prophet and 1090 Jake saying the same thing. They saying Big Meech knew that Tammy Cohen was working with the authorities. If you remember not, Big Meech, Big Meech, Tammy, and Cuffy was trying to do a deal with the Mexican cartel member, and Cuffy got indicted for it. But the reason why the case got through out is because Tammy was sleeping with Chroma, right? Which was the DEA agent. But if you remember not, Meech never got indicted for that. Meech should have got indicted for that. Now, it should have got thrown out. It should have got thrown out because, of course, you are informant and you sleeping with a DEA agent. Like, that can't happen. But he still should have got indicted for that. Meech never got indicted for that. He never got indicted for that. Also, Cuffy, that indictment against Cuffy got dropped too. But what happened was by Cuffy being in that situation, he then got on the radar of the DEA. So all they did was just watch Cuffy after that, and Cuffy ended up going to prison for the death of 2 confidential informants. That is what Cuffy is in prison for now. Cuffy is not in prison for anything drug related. Cuffy's in prison right now for the death of 2 confidential informants, and he didn't even plead out to the death of the 2 confidential informants. He pleaded out to 2 lesser charges and received 27 years in prison. Now, the death of 1 confidential informant would get you 30 years to life in a federal prison. He only got 27 years. So it is some kind of questions as to how did Cuffy get such a sweet deal. We don't know. That's another story. And I don't have no proof or no evidence of that. I'm just telling you ended up what happened. So when Cuffy says that Big Meech put him in jail, what Cuffy is saying is Big Meech introduced him to Tammy Cohen, when Big Meech knew and tried to and set up a drug deal, knowing that Tammy Cohen was an informant. And how we know that Meech knew that Tammy was an informant is because when Tammy read the paperwork and found out that she was going to be exposed, because of course they use CI this and CI that, but it was still enough for her to be afraid that her identity will be exposed. She went to the prison to speak to Meech, and they got the phone calls where Meech said that I don't want my name attached to none of that, which means that Meech knew that Tammy was an informant. Now, our prophet says that it's wiretaps that exist with Meech, Tammy, and Chroma all on the phone together because Tammy was laid up in the bed with Chroma while and both of them was talking to Meech while Meech was in jail. So I think it's kind of open and shut, dog. As far as like, is it gonna be some paperwork? I don't know. We need them wiretaps up here. But Al Prophet say he got on good accord that it exists. Y'all go to Al Prophet channel, ALPROFIT on YouTube. Go check it out for yourself because he said this. And he's pretty much an expert when it comes to this case. I'm telling you this shit. Al Prophet had to show American Dope. He has been embedded in the black drug kingpin underworld cartel world. He know about a lot of this shit backwards and forwards. And he said he got on good accord that it is wiretaps that exist with all three of them on the phone, which would allude to Meech knowing that Tammy was working and that uh he did, and we all know for sure 100% that Meech did introduce Tammy to Cuffy. Now I want to say this too. Meech never received a time cut. And the reason why he probably never received a time cut is because Tammy was sleeping with Chroma and the case against Cuffy got threw out because of that. All of this is alleged. All of this is alleged. I have no proof of this, fair use. All of this is alleged, y'all. I'm just telling y'all where we at now with this big Meech snitching allegation shit. I was one at first where I was like, I gotta see it in black and white. I gotta see it in black and white. But now that 10 out of Jake done dropped this video and he done pretty much agreed with the same thing that I saw Al Prophet say yesterday, it kind of makes sense, y'all. It all makes sense. Like, why would Big Meech sign his life rights over to Tammy? That was the deal. That's 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 the deal. That's the deal. You know, that's why she would want to get him out of jail. That's the whole deal. Why wouldn't Meech sign it over to somebody in his family? He know this lady. He knows Tammy. At some point, he did know that Tammy was working with the DEA. Now, at what point, it's up to debate, but I'm saying at some point he did know. And you sat Cuffy up with her. You continued to deal with her after the Cuffy situation, knowing that she was a DEA agent. It would tend one to believe that Meech knew ahead of time. And it lends credence to what Cuffy is saying. Is Cuffy in jail for something that Meech did? No. Well, is Cuffy in jail for a case that he caught with Meech? No. Or a case that Meech put on him? No. But he did come in contact with the authorities because Meech introduced him to Tammy, who Meech already knew was an informant because she had already informed on another dude that she was dealing with prior to the Cuffy situation. Yeah, dog. It ain't no black. It ain't set cut in stone that Meech set Cuffy up, and we don't got and Meech did not receive a time cut due to Tammy's actions. But it's looking like he didn't receive the time cut because Tammy was sleeping with Chroma, and that's how the case got threw out. Meech's time cuts came from laws being passed. I think Trump passed one, and I think other people passed one to where he was able to get time cuts like that. Excuse me, y'all. But it's all kind of lining up, y'all. But the way Meech got it set up, unless these wiretaps that Al Prophet talk about coming out, we're not going to be able to see it in paperwork where Meech had anything to do with anybody going to jail. So it's going to be a gray area here unless them wiretaps come out that Al Prophet alluding to exist. But to be honest with you, it's a very tactful way. It was a very tactful way for Meech to uh to kind of try to keep his name out of this situation. He really, if what they're saying is true, he was very much so using Tammy, and she was very much so a willing participant um in this situation in order to get Meech out of jail. It do make sense, dog. It makes sense. Like we don't have no black and white to prove none of this, but if you're going on circumstantial evidence, which I'm gonna say this, when we talk about smudging somebody's name, you may be one of those you may be one of those people that's like, we not finna just do that because it ain't in black and white. So I understand that. And if you don't choose to believe that Meech has nothing to do with the whole situation, I understand that too, because it ain't nothing set in stone right now. I get it. It's when we talk about somebody's name and livelihood and reputation and possibly get them harmed, I understand if you're one of them people that want to wait to see it in black and white. But if you also one of them people that's kind of like on the fence and want to understand why people are saying what they saying about Meech at this point, I just laid it on the table for y'all. And I took it from what 10 out of Jake said today, Al Prophet said, and what I also know about the case and what my interpretation of about the evidence that I have read and seen pertaining to whether Meech did what everybody's alleging that he did. It makes sense, you know, if we talk about speculation and all of that, if we just gonna go down, if we just gonna go solely on that circumstantial shit, it makes sense, dog. It makes sense. And it also makes sense as to why Meech is in this situation now. Can you imagine him kicking it with this lady, going through all of that? She rocked with it for all these 17 years. She tried to set up people for him and all of this type of shit. And then you get out of jail and then you go back with your baby mama. It's nothing like a woman scorn. She upset about that shit. She feel like, nigga, I did all this shit for you. Your baby mama then wasn't setting drug dealers up or trying to set drug dealers up for you. Your baby mama wasn't trying to get you no time cut. Then as soon as you get out of jail, you want to go where your baby mama at? Okay, well, I'm finna tell everything motherfucking that happened. If you look up Tammy Coyne now, she's registered as a real estate agent in Atlanta right now. She sells houses in Atlanta right now. So, it's a tough one, man. You're right, Hoodie. That's a rat. He knew that she was a rat. If he knew to to say that, he's a rat. Sure. For sure. Now I want to hit on something too though. I want to hit on something too, and I've been beating this horse with a stick for a little bit here. 50 Cent, you trying to weasel your way out of this shit too, but you can't. Not with me. If you knew 50 Cent, at some point you knew this lady was a motherfucking rat too. You knew this lady was a rat, and if you believe that Meech is a rat, which 50 Cent do, then that means you knew that 50 Cent, you knew that Meech was a rat too. And you didn't have no problem doing no business with them motherfuckers until Meech crossed you. On top of that, you still doing business with Tammy Cohen. You still doing business with a rat. You go by street rules. We see that. You supposed to be a corporate nigga. You try to be corporate and all that shit, but you go by street rules. 50. We watch you go by street rules. Even now, you still operate by street rules. You a street nigga. When was you gonna tell us that Meech was a rat and that Tammy was a rat, or were you not gonna tell us? Because you definitely put money in their pockets. You did dealings with them. Like people keep forgetting that shit. Like people keep trying to like absolve him of that. You exposing them now. But you dealt with them. What do we call that? You just as I ain't gonna say you just as bad, but you culpable. You enabled this shit. You can't be a street nigga and be dealing with rats, dog. Like what's going on here? Is you going by the code or is you not going by the code? And now that Meech got out and went into business with or tried to go into business with Rick Ross, now he a rat now. When was you gonna expose Big Meech? Or was you gonna continue to hide the fact that you knew he was a rat? Could he say, yeah, 50 got to come out and tell his story because it was him who got them on? That's what I'm saying. People keep forgetting that shit. If you been knew what you exposing, and if he don't come out and take that picture with Rick Ross and attempt to do that show with Rick Ross, you would not at this point be telling us that Meech a rat. You would have been taking pictures with him, hugging him, all of that shit. Appreciate you, Richard. Man, I ain't even know where it came from, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. I really do, bro. I really do appreciate you. Denise said, yeah, that's my point with 50. For real. Like, bro, that's one thing about me, bro. I pay attention to all the angles, dog. All the angles, and I try my best to keep it real with my opinions, dog. If 50 don't, if Meech don't come out and take that picture with Rick Ross, I do not believe at this point 50 is exposing Meech as a rat. He would be doing promos with him and all type of shit. You see what I'm saying? You a street dude. Now, if you ain't a street dude and you just a corporate guy doing business, I get it. But you a street dude, 50. You trying to expose him for being a rat, but you shining that light on yourself too. You can't get that one past Marita, boy. You can't get that one past me. You knew he was a rat. You knew he was a rat even before you did one episode of BMF. But you was cool with it. You didn't need the money, so you didn't even have to do the BMF series. You supposed to let that rat starve in prison where he was at. But you blew the rat up. If you believe that Meech is a rat, which is looking like he is. You blew him up. You made him famous. You blew his brand up, all type of shit, and you knew he was a rat. Could have said something they're not telling us because it don't make sense. This might be. But am I making sense, y'all? Am I making sense? Y'all let me know, am I making sense? You knew this shit, 50, and you blew him up. You can't get that shit past old Marita, boy. You can't get that shit past Marita, boy. You can't get that one past me, dog. I pay attention to everything. You knew this man was a rat. And the only reason why you're exposing him now is because you got upset that he got out and started fucking with your op. Pause. Like the boy from Harlem say, I always got to put a little pause. You know what I'm saying? But you got out and you got mad about that. You got upset about that. And you decided to sink the whole ship and expose him. But let's not hide the fact that you knew this shit. Well, listen, check this out. Well, all of us on the internet trying to figure out at this point whether Meech is a rat or whether he's not a rat. 50 knew Meech was a rat. Not only that, you still is in business with Tammy Cohen. Oh, we finna put out Tammy Cohen documentary or whatever. So you still in business with a rat. Like, even though you're not a snitch per se, because you in business with a rat, but it gotta be. I gotta look at the code again. Listen, somebody, do y'all got the G code? Do y'all got the G code handbook on handy? Because we gotta look at the statutes and the sections on this one here. If you is a street guy and you do business with a rat, that gotta be some kind of violation too, dog. Because if you a street guy and you talk to the police, then that's a violation. So if you a street guy and you doing business with a rat, and when I mean street guy, I mean you live by the street code. It got to be some kind of violation in there. I got to look at the clause. I got to look at the thing. Shout out to 985J. Hoodie say, I think he only said something because somewhere in the deal somebody wanted more money. May could have been too. Rich say 50 wanted Meech to himself. That would it seemed like, bro. Bro, I said this the other day. This shit seems gay. It seems gay. Like, ain't no way I would have got mad about another man getting money with another man. I wouldn't have got mad about that. Like, people be talking about that disloyal. No. They did a business deal. If I got a product and by I mean the product, I mean the BMF brand, right? They got a BMF brand. That's the product. Meech's story, Meech and Terry's story. That's the product. And we can go into business where we both make money off of this product. That it's my product now. It's me. It's mine. But I can go in business with you, and you can help me to make money off of my product, which is what 50 did. That's business. Even swap, no swindle. We both made money. I don't owe you shit. You making the money. Yeah, I'm making money, but you making money. You wouldn't have went in business with me if you didn't see it was financially feasible. If you didn't see money. Well, 50 Cent, I'll tell you what, I got a story. 50 Cent, you want to go into business with me in my life story? No, he's not going to go into business with me in my life story. You know why? Because he don't see no fucking money in it. And if Meech's story didn't have no money in it, he wouldn't have went into business with him either. So people be seeing him looking like, oh, yeah, he looked out for Meech them. Yes and no. He didn't look out just to look out. He looked out because it was money to be made. Meech, so it really wasn't a lookout. It really was I see money to be made. You feel what I'm saying? Because there wasn't no money to be made. He wouldn't have just poured no money. He wouldn't have did no deal with Meech them. People got to get off that shit. They be looking at it like, oh, because 50 got money and Meech got less money. That ain't why they went into business. They went into business. 50 went into business because he seen some money to be made. That was it. So on that accord, Meech don't owe 50 shit. Now I'm gonna tell you who do owe Meech 50. Little Meech. Little Meech owe him because he put him in the rehab, he put him in acting school, he put him in that show. None of that shit had to happen. 50 did that shit out of kindness of his heart. Little Meech owed 50 Cent. Because he did some shit that he didn't have to do for you. That wasn't business there. That was, I fuck with you, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Big Meech talked to 50 about that, and 50 did that because Big Meech and him had a conversation, then Big Meech owe 50. Because then it was talked about as a favor, and him and 50 conversed about that. And yeah, now you owe him. But if 50 did that on his own, out the kindness of heart, because he fucked with Lil Meech owe 50, not Big Meech. Because I see people keep trying to say that since Big Meech got out of jail and did business with Rick Ross, that how I'm gonna say, then Little Meech is culpable for that. No, he's not. Little Meech ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with what Big Meech doing a business deal with Rick Ross. And he even said that in the text message. He had nothing to do with that. Big Meech and Little Meech is two different people. They have two different relationships with 50 Cent. See what I'm saying? To be real with you, 50 Cent is wrong in a situation between him and Little Meech. And I want to talk about that as well. Ain't no, Little Meech was never disloyal to 50 Cent. How do we justify 50 Cent being disloyal to Little Meech? How do we justify 50 Cent cutting off Little Meech? You cut him off because of something his daddy did? He ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh, let me give you an example. And I want to say this too. 50 Cent came out of response to Boosie and said the reason why he cut off Lil Meech is because he saw Lil Meech laugh at Big Meech's post. And he said once he saw Lil Meech laugh at his daddy's post, then he knew he was a snake. Bro, nah, you can't sell that bullshit to the thugs, 50 Cent. because what you're trying to do is you're trying to put. So that means that Lil Meech had no win. That means if Lil Meech side with you, 50 Cent, you're gonna say he disloyal to his father, and then diss him like you did. Well, if he side with his father, you're gonna say he disloyal to you and diss him like you did. See that you trying to pull that shit on people who slow, people who was in the slow class in school. Marita wasn't in the slow class. You trying to paint Lil Meech in a box where he got no win. If he show loyalty to you, you're gonna say he disloyal to his daddy, so you don't fuck with him. If he show loyalty to his daddy, you're gonna say he disloyal to you, so you don't fuck with him. You trying to paint him in a box. So he had no win when it came to you, which means that what you saying is bullshit, which means you was gonna do that to him anyway. You wrong for that. Because you sitting here and you asking for loyalty from Big Meech, but Little Meech was loyal to you, and you still shitted on him. Exactly. Hooded cap, he trying to get away out of it. Rich say 50 told before. It damn sure looked like he told on Herb now. Them Fed show went in on Murder Inc. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Denise. That's what I'm saying. I be listening to these dudes. You just came right out and dissed Tony Yayo 2 days ago. By him giving his opinion on Black Entertainment. Bro, 50 Cent is somebody that you do not want to be friends with, bro. I'm telling you this shit. It's a narcissistic situation to where you're gonna always have to kiss his ass, and you're gonna always have to agree with everything he say, and he gonna be fine with that. If you listen, if you kiss his ass and glaze him up and stroke his ego, pause, stroke his ego, and all of that shit, he gonna like you then. Typical narcissistic shit. That's narcissistic shit. You can't tell 50 if your opinion is different, is opposition to his opinion, he don't want you around him. See what I'm saying? You a op to him. You a snake to him. Bro, I might just if 50 say the sky is red and you say the sky blue, you out of there. You can't have your own opinion and thoughts around 50. And if you do, you better keep them bitches to yourself. Then they say I stay 1,000 feet away from somebody like that. I'm telling you. Shout out to OK Sante. Exactly. I'm telling y'all. I'm just watching how he operate. Bro, did y'all notice when he got into this little situation with Tony Yayo 2 days ago? Do y'all notice how fast 50 had all of those little clips to embarrass Tony Yayo? That's what I was noticing. He had the one clip where Tony Yayo showed his ass on stage. He had the other clip where him and Tony Yayo was in the movie and he killed Tony Yayo. What else he had? I can't remember off the top of my head what else he had. Oh, and then he picked that Tony Yayo having the fur coat on Vlad with the Pooh Shiesty on. That means that you already had this shit in the cut for this type of situation. 50 Cent is the type of person that if y'all create a so-called friendship, he is always gathering ammunition in case the day comes where you do something that he don't agree with, that he can destroy you. He the type of person that'll sit there and listen to all your problems, help you out through your hardest times, and then if it ever come a situation to where you and him, have a disagreement, he's gonna bring it all back up and he's gonna try to embarrass you. That's why he told everybody about Lil Meech in the drug rehab and the drugs that Lil Meech used to be on and all of that. Why did you do that? When he did that, Lil Meech did not one thing against 50. He was actually pleading with 50 because he wanted to still have a relationship with 50. Because he looked up to 50. Because he's appreciative to 50 for what 50 did for him. He always voiced that. So he was trying to salvage that relationship. And what 50 did? Fuck you, little nigga. Told all his business, told that he was high on set, told that he put him on in a drug rehab. told that he blowed all his money. He pretty much trying to destroy this boy, and this boy did nothing to him. Lil Meech ain't a street guy. He's not a street kid at all. He loves you. Little Meech loves 50 Cent, y'all. But 50 Cent did him just like he did his son on Power. Shot him right in the motherfucking head. I'm telling you. I think the same. What's up, Marina Chat? What's up, okay, Sante? I'm telling you. I just be peeping shit, y'all. I just be peeping shit. Straight whole shit. That boy could be his son, but how he do his own blood. That's what I'm saying. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Listen, Lil Meech is a good kid, dog. How 50 Cent did him, that might spiral Lil Meech back into the drugs. You know? And 50 will just sit there and laugh. Tony Yayo been loyal to 50 since the beginning. And right now, if Tony Yayo say one more bad thing about 50 on Vlad TV, he gonna try to destroy Tony Yayo. And we seen this before. Remember when Young Buck cried on the phone to 50 Cent? He felt like 50 was his brother. He felt like he felt like he could do that. He felt like he could be vulnerable to 50. What 50 did? Recorded the shit, put the shit out there, and destroyed Young Buck's career. He held Young Buck's music back at the same time character assassinating Young Buck's image. This before the gay shit came out about Young Buck. To the point to where by the time he did release Young Buck out of his obligation to contract, Young Buck had no career left. If that was your homie, when he cried to you on the phone, you was not supposed to put that out. You was not supposed to do that. 50 the type of person, he don't like, you know how you can have good times with your friends and good memories and shit like that. And then at some point, you and your friend might have a disagreement or something. 50 the type of person, once y'all have a disagreement, he don't think about none of the good times y'all had. He don't never think about the times where you went to bat for him, or the times where you might have, stuck up for him, or the times where you had his back. It's over at that point. Listen, man, that ain't how us normal human beings operate. If you my friend, dog, or we done had good times, we done created some type of bond, and then we have a disagreement or a situation where we going at it. I might be mad at that point, but as time passed a little bit, say we ain't speaking for a little bit, I'm gonna think back about the good times that we had. I'm gonna think about the good in my friend, right? And at that point, I might decide to make up with my friend or try to talk back with you to see if we can salvage this friendship. That's what normal people do. Normal people get into it with their friends, but they also get to a point to where they realize that, man, maybe what we went through wasn't so serious, and I miss my friend, or this person was a good friend to me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe we can agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But I still want that person in my life because it wasn't all bad. That's how most normal people operate. I'm sure we all have friends that me and Tory Guns, we friends. Me and Tory Guns, we friends. That's my friend since I was 15 years old. We done had disagreements over a dozen times. Over a dozen times. It'll be a little point where me and him ain't talking to each other, and then we'll fuck around and be at a block party, and we both got same mutual friends, and the friends notice that me and him ain't talking, and I see that he want to speak to me, and I be want to speak to him too. And then after a while, it's like, man, we might well speak to each other and might well put this shit past us. And that's what we do. That's how normal people operate. If you're my friend, we can get into it, but I can also forgive you and we can still continue to be friends. It ain't no one, it ain't with a true friend, it ain't just one thing that's just gonna make you stop being friends with this person. You know, it might be a situation that you really don't like, but y'all gonna talk about it. Y'all gonna have a conversation about it. And most normal people ain't just gonna throw a whole good friend away from a situation or two. A lot of times we give our friends 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. And sometimes they give us chances too. Then he think that evil is just funny. Exactly, Denise. Okay, so it's like he be waiting on the fallout. I don't trust folks. Like, exactly. That's exactly. He be waiting on the fallout. That's exactly what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. But I'm gonna go and end this live, y'all. I might go live again. I got a lot of more topics, dog. That's why, and I'm glad this will stop at 2 hours because I got like, let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll probably go live again, y'all. Give me a little bit. I gotta get me something to eat. I ain't had nothing to eat. But I'm gonna end this live, and I'm glad it ended at 2 hours because the next live I'll probably just pipe out for the rest of the evening. Cause I got too many topics to cram into this one live. So shout out this Aaron's Way. There go my homie. I'm gonna end the live and give me about an hour, y'all. I'm gonna grab me something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and do another live because I'm trying to put these lives, get back more consistent, put these lives together so I can get back in the algorithm and I can be more consistent with y'all. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all see your boy cranking back up and giving y'all this content more regularly. Shout out to my guy, it's Aaron's Way. Shout out to OK Sante. Shout out to Hoodie. Shout out to Rich Supreme. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to my girl Tanel Bowens. Shout out to Flyboy Michael Fo. Shout out to Nephew for Real. Shout out to 985J. Shout out to Mara Jackson, aka Peanut. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to my girl Nay Said It. Shout out to Deputy Eula. Shout out to 1400 OG. Shout out to Randy. Appreciate you for stopping through. Shout out to Unspoken Crime Murders. Go subscribe to his channel. Shout out to Marathon Kale. Go subscribe to his channel. Shout out to Silk Foster Jr. Subscribe to his YouTube and subscribe to his Instagram. It's both the same name, Silk Foster Jr. And I think his Facebook the same thing too. So make sure y'all go subscribe to that. Also, follow me on Instagram, MeritaBoy1, MERITABOY with the number 1. Please like, share, comment to this video. Make sure you hit that like button so I can be in the algorithm. Also, donate to the channel. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. You can do that whether I'm on live or whether I'm not on live. I'll still get the notification. Also, hit me on the DM and let me know whether y'all want to take control of this platform for a live. If y'all want to quarterback my channel for a live, let me know. It's gonna be free. It's free. I'm doing this for free, y'all. Y'all gotta pay me a dime for this. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angie Baby and shout out to my girl Eddie. But if y'all want to take control of this channel for a live, hit me on the DM and let me know. Let me know. We got 6,100 subscribers. You know, we can talk about what you want to talk about. You gonna be the quarterback for the day. Let me know. Hit me on the DM. Let me know. I don't be seeing nobody do that here. I don't see nobody on YouTube let nobody take control of their channel for a live. But I'm trying to give back to y'all because y'all been so generous and so kind to me. Hit me on the DM. Let me know. We'll set up a date that y'all can run this channel. And shout out to the Chicks 1000. Like, share, comment to this video. Chill.